afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Thursday, March the 6th, 2014. We're honored to have with us today Water Liars. Water Liars on Audiotree Live. Can we talk a minute about storytelling? I read that William Faulkner lived or moved to Oxford and wrote The Sound and the Fury about Jefferson, Mississippi, which is supposed to be actually Oxford, which is really interesting to me. I didn't know that. But, do you think that there's a culture of storytelling down there more so than, I don't want to say the North or anything, but, in that region?
I don't think more so than other places because people tell stories everywhere.
Sure.
But I think there's a particular way of telling stories that exists in the South.
Yeah.
That is, I guess, more interesting and personal to us.
Sure.
Than other areas.
Yeah, and is that because of the experiences of the people that you relate to, or do you mean the sort of cadence or the words that they choose?
Both. Okay. I think both.
I feel like a little bit of it is the speed in which the people live in a certain culture.
Sure.
Yeah.
In New York, in the Northeast, whatever, in Boston, they're kind of quick to the point. They got things to do.
Yeah.
In the South, it's not like that. You got time to sit around, talk, and so things are just take longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like Faulkner, too. He had his long sentences. He just always had too much to say.
Yeah, he's just rambling all the time.
But, that's...
but even when you're rambling, you're going somewhere.
You're
right,
always going somewhere. And a lot of it's but are you going somewhere or are you killing time? Just to talk, tell some
plenty of time to kill.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
what
more
else are you
than
gonna do?
maybe more than about the process of telling this story than what the conclusion is.
Yeah, I don't know who said it, but I've heard somewhere. It's probably on a greeting card, but it's the
Hallmark.
The it's not the destination, but the journey or some such nonsense.
Sure.
As that. Yeah. But stereotypes like that exist for a reason, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Cool. All right, dudes. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and why don't you go on to your next set?
All right. Next song. just like you planned it.
Water Liars on Audiotree Live. Right. Water Liars on Audiotree Live. So I learned about Jason Molina today, actually, by looking up Farewell Transmission. I'm way late on the boat, total loser. What's so important about him to you guys, and maybe that you aspired to tribute to him on the Farewell Transmission CD?
Well, for me, and I think for both of us, all of us, he represents something about trying to write and make and play music for a living in such a way as you look at it as work, and it's something that you try to be constantly working at and making it as much a part of you as anything else. And so I think that that's something that we've always tried to do. I don't know, what do you think?
I feel the same way, yeah. I mean, just his work ethic as a musician and never really playing to big crowds ever, but just consistently putting out brilliant records.
Sure.
And in particular, that first record that with the Farewell Transmission on the first Magnolia Electric
Yeah.
Company record was considered. When I got that record, I was just like
Yeah.
floored of like how like American it was to me, or something about
Sure.
about the Midwest and like being on the road, and then like just like visions of nature, and then also destiny and the past, and like all that stuff is in there. And that's what it. I think he encompasses for any musician, you know, who's just trying to keep going. It's like it's one of those records you put in on the road, and it'll like sustain you for another couple
Sure.
weeks on tour, you know, or something. Yeah, that's what it is for me. And plus, I like this
Yeah.
the way the songs are, the beats.
Yeah.
I take a lot of my personal like drum influences from the way that his band always played. So it's like all encompassing.
Sure,
really.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing too is like, as far as his writing goes, for me also it was always that he was always writing and talking about hard things and dark things, and I think maybe that's why he's more of a cult figure than Magnolia Electric Company or Jason Molina, wherever popular things, is because I think when you risk talking and expressing yourself through darkness, there are a lot of people that aren't comfortable with
Right.
that, and so I think when you recognize that that's how you see the world, I think you're taking a risk by saying this is how it is and this is how I see it, and there's just a courage in that I would always hope that I could have.
Sure. And maybe not offering solutions, but more like just laying it out like here's
Absolute-
how
right.
it is.
It's
Yeah.
not about having answers or even thinking that you could have answers.
Yeah.
It's about making the most of what you are able to do
Sweet.
with your time.
Right on. All right. You can go into your next track, dude.
Woke up in Houston, somebody's kitchen. The ceiling was sweating, and I was afloat on the dirty brown river of heroin shivers. Waiting on someone to send me a boat. And I went back to Charlotte, 'cause I fell in love with a girl with a stutter and didn't love me. She said, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you when you're
Yeah. Water Liars on Audiotree Live. Before you guys go into your last track, could you tell me, it can't be Melina, if you could have a lesson, like, I don't know, maybe just to sit down and like a music lesson with any musician, alive or dead, who would it be?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want to take a lesson from anybody.
Okay, explain.
I mean, that's not the way I think about music. You have to figure it out for yourself. I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do because it puts you in a position of like a teacher-student relationship, and I don't think that makes any sense as far as as trying to write something.
Sure. Okay.
I would 100% agree. I mean, yeah, I took piano lessons when I was a kid and I hated it. So
Yeah.
I quit and I learned how to play piano.
On your own.
It's like
I mean nothing, and maybe it's
people try to tell me how to play music all the time and it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I would love to just talk about records and music with
Yeah.
someone, but I absolutely would not be interested in having a lesson.
I think the most interesting conversation would be to sit down with to me with Johnny Cash or George Jones or somebody like that. It
Yeah.
would be more like career life advice. You
Yeah.
know, some really
Yeah.
How do you keep
I could use some
trudging
life
through,
advice.
or how do you,
just
yeah,
like
get
some
your
really
life together.
really fucking funny stories about dude. You know?
Yeah, I would just want to hear
You know,
stories from people, man. I don't.
I could listen to
Well,
George
listen.
Jones talk all day, you know.
Yeah.
Some guy like that, you know. Which
Yeah, I
he's
like
dead.
that.
But well, they're both dead. Him and Johnny Cash, but
In that way, it
He
would
said
be more
alive
like-
or dead, man.
he did say a lot.
Yeah, alive or dead. In any way, maybe like that would be more professorial or whatever. They like
Yeah.
sit you down and chill with you and be like, "Hey, here's."
And
you
my
know.
thing, dude, I don't think anyone that, even if I would consider wanting to have a lesson from someone, I don't think anyone worth getting a lesson from would be willing to teach.
Sure, right. Yeah,
that
in
was-
this alternate universe, I guess they are willing.
I didn't mean to punch all these holes in your question.
No, no,
but
I like that's
how I feel about it.
That's definitely the point. I would ask though, to follow up. I mean, do you believe in any merit? I guess maybe more in lessons at all. I mean, piano lessons as a kid or trumpet
Personally?
lessons. Yeah.
For me, no, I've never had a lesson in my life,
Cool.
and I'm glad of that. Now, for other people, that's completely different, and if it depends what you're trying to do. Like, if all you want to do is write songs the way that you want to write songs, then you don't need
Yeah.
a lesson at all. But if you want to learn how to play the violin in an orchestra, then yeah, you probably ought to take a few
Yeah.
lessons. But
Sure.
I mean, as far as what we're trying to do, lessons are worthless.
Right.
Anybody can do what we do as long as you want to do it and you can feel something. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
I just you use
Technical
your ears.
ability goes
Yeah.
by the wayside.
Well, I mean,
Clearly, as we've
Ever
seen
since
here
I was-
today.
ever since I was a kid, I just could hear stuff and tried to mimic it, and I feel like that's all I do now.
Sweet.
What I listen to, I mimic, and over the years, I've learned a few tricks here and there, but that's
Yeah.
about it, you know.
Yeah.
And I understand music, I understand notes and chords and things like that, but it's not because somebody taught me. And I think I think that's better too sometimes.
Sure.
And I feel like most bands these days are like that. You know, it's not so
Mm-hmm.
common for, whatever kids at Berkeley studying music is
Dude.
usually on American Idol or something. You know, it's
Yeah.
just stupid shit to me personally.
Yeah, no. I think you're right. There's something to be said about doing something independently and having more of your own
Right.
soul into it or whatever.
Yeah, I
versus
started
just copycat.
my first year of junior college too. I was majoring in music, and my music theory teacher told me that I didn't know anything about music, and I dropped out.
Yeah.
Shortly after.
So,
So where are you
teachers
now,
are
buddy?
great.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they are.
I don't know shit, buddy. You're right.
If you'd asked me that 10 years ago, I probably would have said something different. But
Yeah.
But that's our whole thing.
experience
Is
has taught me otherwise.
yeah, we're just not
Sure.
interested in music theory. We're not interested in what someone could teach us, face to face. You know, we don't understand how that happened. I've never heard of that happening to people.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, at least not as far
You
as
could take guitar lessons, but
Yeah.
that's not someone really teaching you something. That's just they're teaching you how to move your fingers. you
Sure.
know? They're not really teaching you something that's going to make you be able to create good music.
Yeah, well, I've definitely
You
found
know.
that just jamming with people helps me learn a lot more about my own style and their
Yeah,
own
and
style.
you-
Absolutely.
And being able to work with people, yeah, just but that's that's a fucking spiritual thing.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know?
Right.
Like you get in a group of dudes like us, we start knowing we can feel vibrations in the air, which is what music is. You know, it's not like learning something. It's something you gotta like pick up on intuitively. You know,
Catch
feel.
on to and
Yeah.
follow with.
Yeah.
The only for me the only real way to increase your musical vocabulary is just to do it often,
Right.
and not stop. And that's what we've tried to do. I would take a lesson in how to make some money in the music business, but
Yes.
Yeah.
And in
Not
that
about
case,
how
you
to
can
make
just
it.
you can just call up a rapper or something, and they'll tell you all about how to make money.
No, I
That's-
tried that. They didn't
that's-
want to talk to me.
They didn't respond. Cool. On that note, why don't you guys go into your last
yeah,
song?
let's wrap this up. All right. I said so long to the summer, back to the fall, and I watched as the wind took hold, broke my bones, and I took a walk down the alley. But I wandered so far that I got lost on my way into my baby's arms. You turn me on. Turn me on. So if you believe in a home man, the soul that's your own, you come back to your baby waiting all alone. And I'll be smiling and holding your hands to my heart, 'cause I know there's nothing ever make us part again. You turn me on. You turn me on. Turn me
Audiotree Live with Water Liars.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thank you guys one more time, seriously, for coming out. Your record was released, so check it
Yeah.
out. It's new, it's awesome. A few of these songs are on it.
Self-titled.
All of them.
All of them are
All
on
of these
it.
songs
Yeah.
on the new record.
Awesome. Water Liars is the name also.
Right.
And they're playing at Shuba's tonight at, I believe, 9 o'clock. So get out there maybe a little earlier and, just in case.
Yeah.
Check it out. Thanks to Emperor Cabs, to the Music Garage, to Goose Island for beer. Studio and sound engineers, awesome studio and sound engineers, wonderful camera and lighting crew, and viewers, thank you. Support the band by downloading the session when it comes out in a few weeks, and send a shout by social media to us or the band if you just want to connect. From all of us here at the studio, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Thanks, y'all.